Hey y'all, it's my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 13, Episode 2. We are back to our regularly scheduled Chris-only reviews. Thanks to everyone who checked out my joint review of the premiere with Denver. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. This is going to be an express review today because I am headed to Vegas for BravoCon. My plane leaves in about 3 hours, so let's get into this episode. So we open with Dorit meeting Erica for a one-on-one in the park. Of course, these bougie bras did not set up that picnic table. Dorit hired somebody to set up this elegant setup. I mean, it's cute. I'm just really curious. I just didn't know that was a thing. Like, you have people come and set up the picnic for you? Must be nice. Side note, can I just say, I'm just not feeling the brunette look on Dorit. Like, I just prefer her as a blonde. Am I the only one? So, of course, Dorit's still feeling some type of way about the comment that Erica made at last year's BravoCon about her and PK's relationship, which, ironically, if you read the headlines lately, it's kind of true. But Dorit expected Erica to lead in with an apology rather than an excuse. But coming from someone who doesn't know what empathy is, Dorit shouldn't be surprised. Erica apologizes again and tells her that she will do whatever she can to make it right. Again, I thought this was a scheme set up by Erica and Dorit to make us fall for the BS, because it just came out of nowhere how Erica attacked Dorit. Like, Dorit was on the chopping block already, so they wanted to make sure she had some type of grievance with somebody coming into the next season. Dorit then lets Erica know that what she said hurt a lot because her and PK actually did have a rough year. He was in London a lot, and she was still struggling with her PTSD. Child, so then we find out in Dorit's confession that she was robbed again. I think this time in broad daylight. She went to the bank to take out 10 grand for Christmas gifts. She was in the store or something. She found out that her bag was gone when she got to the register. And then she found out from the security footage that 3 men were following her during the incident, which threw her back into a spiral. So now we see that Dorit and Erica are in a better place now, but they ain't fooling me. They never were in a bad place, if you ask me. Next scene, we're with Sutton, and she's talking to her gay minion. Oh, I'm sorry, her property manager. She's talking to Giselle. She's talking to Garcelle on FaceTime, and look, I totally forgot about Crystal being on the show, but apparently the first group trip they're going to Vegas to celebrate Crystal's 40th birthday, and it's being organized by Garcelle and Sutton, which I didn't even know they were cool like that. We cut to Garcelle's confessional, and she says hopefully this will get the stick out of Crystal's ass. That stick is lodged up there. I don't think that's possible. So then later on, we see that Sutton is being visited by a matchmaker who is too overly gregarious for me. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'll just take some water. Look, when people are that happy, it makes me uncomfortable. Sutton says the dating apps are not working. Girl, tell me about it. For real, tell me about it. So she's going to be hiring a matchmaker to see if she gets any luck. She says she has a difficult time getting to the second date. Again, girl, tell me about it. Sutton refers to herself as the one-date wonder. She's thinking maybe she comes off too intimidating. She doesn't dress sexy. I mean, in this moment, I'm glad she's being vulnerable. I like Sutton so much, and it just gets me because I could not stand her when she first came on. So the matchmaker asks Sutton what she's looking for in a partner, and Sutton's response, it's all superficial attributes, like tall, handsome, college degree. We'll get to the wealth later. What about kind, intelligent, thoughtful? I mean, at least throw one of those in there to make it seem like you don't just care about the money. So then the matchmaker suggests to Sutton that she should let the man lead, and it's like, skirt! I mean, I agree with Sutton. No, still be yourself. Don't be some bobblehead so some man will be interested in you. Ain't nothing worse than a man that's intimidated by a strong woman. So next scene, wow, Crystal gets a scene? And I think this was her only one, and we see her for the rest of the episode until the group trip. She's having lunch with her husband and her brother that lives with her. Yes, Crystal, we remember the relationship with your brother. He's an ex-pop star. He escaped from China or something during the pandemic to live with y'all, blah, blah, blah. Wow, so I hope I'm getting this straight, but Crystal says her brother abandoned his fiance during COVID to go back to the States. And she couldn't come with him because she had a Chinese passport. Yeah, that'll be grounds to end the relationship, I think. Abandoning your partner during a worldwide pandemic? Yeah. So now her brother's talking about being single and looking for someone new. And Crystal brings up the fact that he's now her husband's age when she met him. Because I think she was either 19 or 20 when she met the Lion King director. So now her brother then asked her, well, how would you feel if I brought somebody home that was 20 years younger than me? And now, Crystal's tongue-tied. Yeah, she should just be quiet on that, her and her husband. I'll give it to Crystal in this throwback photo because she looked like she hasn't aged at all. She just acts like a 50-year-old. So next scene we're with Kyle. Oh, it feels so good to say that. I forgot to say it in the first episode of the season, but now y'all gonna get it all throughout. Kyle! And hopefully I meet Kyle at BravoCon because I definitely will say Kyle in a video with her. Anywho, she's pulling up to Dorit's in her new car, a 2023 Range Rover, $165K by the way, and she's allegedly driving Dorit to lunch. Side note, it is not an episode of Beverly Hills until you see a Birkin bag anywhere in the background. And here I spot one, a gray one behind Dorit. So Kyle tells us in her confessional that she's actually not bringing Dorit to lunch. Like she orchestrated something with PK to celebrate their anniversary together. We see in a flashback PK talking to Kyle how he wants to put on all the bells and whistles for this surprise. His plan is to recreate the movie Pretty Woman. Now I get it, Pretty Woman was a good movie. I've only seen it as a kid, not as an adult. And I love Julia Roberts, but at the end of the day, it's about this man that fell in love with a prostitute. And Kyle lets us know that thought definitely crossed her mind too. So as Kyle's driving Dorit to her surprise, I'm sure she didn't expect Dorit to ask her questions about her relationship with Mauricio. She just feel like something's just been up, like with Kyle's energy, and they haven't hung out as two couples because we know that they're both friendly to the point where we even thought Dorit and Mauricio was having something going on. But yeah, she said she also noticed that Kyle doesn't post Mauricio on her Instagram a lot, so she's curious. I also think Dorit asked her this because she's going through her own thing with PK, so she probably know what that despair that she's going through looks like. So by the way Kyle's responding, something is definitely up to the point where she's saying she needs some freedom and space. And Dorit, she just keep needling. I'm just like, damn girl, I'm pretty sure Kyle's aware she's on camera right now and she's choosing her words carefully. So Kyle and Dorit arrive at the Beverly Hilton and Dorit's trying to figure out what's up. She keep asking Kyle questions and she's telling her to just go with it. So the next scene, we see Garcelle going over to Sutton. They're talking and she's getting emotional because she's telling her about what her sons told her, well, particularly Jax in the last episode. And she feels like she's not being a good mom to her boys. Now looking back at that scene and also watching Erica De Niro's review, shout out to her, I really appreciate Garcelle allowing her sons to speak their mind because my mom definitely didn't let me do that. Ask me like, what am I doing and how can I improve? That's unheard of, to even hear that coming from a mom. So, I think that makes her an even better parent, and I'm not mad at her boys for telling her the truth so she can work on it. But rest assured, Garcelle, you are a great parent. And the way those boys, particularly Jax, could articulate his feelings, he learned that from you. Quick side note, I just love Sutton and Garcelle's friendship. I think it's so genuine. And we as viewers, I think we gravitate towards authenticity. It's not like it's that common in the Housewives franchises. So we're back with Dorit and Kyle, and Dorit is just being so fucking annoying. Like, just enjoy the surprise. Your husband's trying to do something nice for you. She finds out that it's a surprise, but now she's talking to production. She's worried about her kids. Like, she needs to know what's going on. So at this point, Kyle calls PK, and then PK gets their kids on the line to calm her ass down. Kyle's just getting a good laugh at Dorit having a near panic attack over this whole surprise shit. So then we cut to Dorit and PK in their confessional. He says, for some reason, I'm not sure why he came for Kyle, but he said the biggest surprise would be if Mauricio ever did something like this for Kyle. Damn! Okay, Big Ugly, you need to chill out and slow your roll. Like, Kyle was helping your ass out. And clearly it didn't work. So then later, in walks Dorit's glam team, and then they have like a whole rack of red dresses, like in Pretty Woman, for her to wear. Oh my God, girl, just pick a fucking red dress. See, here's the thing, I am a designer and a stylist myself. Shut up. So Kyle leaves as Dorit's getting ready, and from then on, we got this super long scene of PK and Dorit celebrating their anniversary, and I'm just like, they wasted a lot of time on this as if we care. So fast forward, we see PK arrive, and then Dorit comes down dressed like Pretty Woman. I mean, she looks good, I'll give that to her. She even has the white gloves on, and it's borderline giving costume. So then they go into their hotel room, they're greeted by this group called Berlin singing Take My Breath Away. Production, they have a sense of humor because the caption says, from Top Gun, not in all caps, Pretty Woman. I mean, the only song I know from Pretty Woman is Pretty Woman, walking down the street, Pretty Woman. Like, I think this was the better song, Take My Breath Away. Okay, fast forward to their dinner, because I got a plane to catch. So they're talking, and Dorit acknowledges to PK that they had a rough year, but this whole thing they're doing now, it's so much better. Then PK tells her that he's going to stop doing surprises for her because of how she acted early in the day. And I actually agree with him on that, because the way she was acting, I wouldn't want to do that for her either. She's saying, it's not that I don't love surprises, darling. It's just that I'm a detail-oriented person. You like to be in control.
That's control.
You know, you think that this just happens.
Oh, here she go. You think that this just happens. Well, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for his money. I can't believe I'm on PK's side, but yeah, Dorit was being very ungrateful. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Here we go with the anxiety talk again. She's been robbed twice. We get it. We get it. So next scene we're with Kyle, and she's celebrating with her family Portia's birthday. Her 15th birthday. That is jarring. Like, we were introduced to Portia when, like, she was a baby in Kyle's arms. Like, how old was she? Like 3 or 2? So we see Mauricio, of course, and them two, like, the chemistry is just off between them. Apparently, they're both just stressed out from work. Maybe they need to take a step back and maybe find out what's their priorities, because both of them seem like they're going through a midlife crisis at the exact same time, and it's pulling them apart. So then later in the party, we see Mauricio's mom, Kyle's mother-in-law, approach her and saying, is everything okay between you and Mauricio? I've just been hearing headlines. And Kyle's trying to assure her that everything's fine. Kyle is saying all this started because she was seen photographed without her wedding ring. Now see, this is what made me think that what Kyle and Mauricio is going through is orchestrated, because they keep saying to each other that they're stressed out. I don't know, you know Kyle is technically an actress, so I just hope they're not playing with their marriage for a plot line, because it looks like they're trying to make it too obvious that they're going through a rough patch. I want to know, what is Kyle so overwhelmed and stressed by? Like, seriously, what empire is she running, like, outside of Housewives? You'd think she was Bethany Frankel. So then we have a little drama at this birthday party when Kyle points out to her daughter, is that a tattoo? Her daughter says it's fake, and then Kyle makes a joke saying, well, mine isn't. And then Mauricio's face, like his eyes are bulging when she says that. But apparently Mauricio's mom gives a shit about having tattoos, which is so archaic to me. As long as it's not a tattoo on your face, I don't get the big deal. So I'm not sure if this is orchestrated too, but Kyle stops Mauricio's mom when she's about to go, and she says, I have to tell you something. Like, I got tattoos. Why? Why did you need to tell her that? And his mom is like, okay, well, I know the daughter's got one, you got one. And then Kyle tells her, well, your son has one too. And it looks like she's a little taken aback by that, because she didn't know that. So then producer Kyle goes up to Mauricio and says, I told your mom you have a tattoo. Mauricio's like, why would you do that? Okay, is this another scheme, Kyle and Mauricio, to set us up for the bullshit? So they're kind of getting into it now in front of their kids, and Mauricio looks like he's mad at Kyle. He walks out the room, and then he tells her, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, fast forward, they playing with us. We cut to Kyle's confession. She's saying she wished she didn't say anything. Really? First you went to his mom, and then you went right to him afterward. Anyway, so next scene is the day of the Vegas trip, and we see all the girls getting ready. So all the ladies are arriving at the airport, and of course they're taking the PJ, orchestrated by Kyle. So Erica arrives, and I gotta give her props. That snakeskin coat and pants looks right. And the pink Louis bag, she did that. And right after her, here come Crystal, the birthday girl, looking basic as fuck. So they all head on the PJ, and they're greeted with bags with each of their names monogrammed on it. Just fabulous. We got the first group trip in the second episode. This is how it's supposed to be. So on the way to Vegas, the ladies present Crystal with her birthday gift, and this necklace retailed for, I want to say, $3,000. That necklace is so ugly. Y'all could have got her a nice clutch or some shoes, not this rinky-dink necklace. Ooh, so the ladies land and they're greeted with 2 red Rolls-Royce Phantoms. Like, this is the luxury that we need. This is why I watch Beverly Hills and Miami. We're gonna get to that. But yes, this is the luxury that we wanna see. Oh, so the ladies are in Vegas, where I shall be later today. This is just making me more excited for BravoCon. Child, not the other ladies being gagged by Crystal bringing her own glam team. I mean, for real, for what? So they're staying at the Resorts World at the Hilton. I'm surprised, because look, the best hotel to me in Vegas is the Aria. When I stayed there, ooh, luxury. Let's just say that. Oh, so I think they're all staying in this big penthouse suite that's like 15,000 square feet. Okay. And by the way, y'all know it had to be a Hilton hotel. Shout out to Kathy. Of course, Sutton had her assistants get there ahead of time to set up her room. I feel like she learned that from racist Diana last season. And not Sutton taking up the whole closet and she's sharing that room with Garcelle. Okay, so we see they're all excited and then we get the 4 hours later. And it's the preview for the next episode, and Sutton is going off. Even calls Kyle a bitch in the hallway. So we shall see. I mean, this franchise already started off with the bang, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. I gotta catch this flight. I will see y'all at BravoCon. With that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the Miami review. Bye.